But how do we find the total potential energy stored in a three-mass system when the equation we know only works for two masses? But there's something even more interesting here. Why is there a negative sign in the gravitational potential energy equation? Let's figure that out first.
Imagine we have two masses, m1 and m2, very far apart. Left alone, gravity will pull them together, causing m2 to accelerate towards m1. But that creates a problem. If the masses accelerate freely, they gain kinetic energy, making it harder to isolate the potential energy of the system. So instead, we use a controlled approach. We apply an external force that balances the gravitational attraction, allowing us to move the mass slowly with almost no acceleration. This lets us bring m2 from infinity to a separation r from m1. But here's the key: the displacement is towards the mass, while the external force points away from it. So the work done by the external force is negative. And since this work equals the change in gravitational potential energy must be also negative. Great. Now let's return to the three-mass system.
We assemble it one mass at a time. First, we place the very first mass. Since no other masses are present yet, there's no gravitational attraction to oppose. So, no external work is required, meaning no potential energy is added to the system. Next, we bring in the second mass. The work required to assemble this two-mass system becomes. Finally, we bring in the third mass. Now this mass is attracted by both masses already in the system. The black arrows show the gravitational pulls, while the red arrows show the external forces we must apply to balance them. First, let's calculate the work done against the attraction from the m mass. The contribution is. Next, we calculate the work done against the attraction from the 2m mass, contributing another term. Since the gravitational potential energy is a scalar quantity, the total energy is simply the sum of all these contributions. U equals W1 plus W2 plus W3. Substituting the values, we get the final expression for the total potential energy in the three-mass system. And that solves the problem. I'll see you in the next video.